and welcome to the Kent Football Show, proudly sponsored by Kent Reliance. This is our final episode of the 2023-24 season, and what a show we have in store for you. I'm here at Longmead Stadium, the home of Tunbridge Angels. Our lovely host, Kwaku Afari, is currently in Germany at the Euros, so I'm holding down the fort. My name is Charlotte Richardson, and I will be bringing you up to speed on all things Kent football. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Coming up in the show, we chat with Kent FA's CEO Darryl Haden about the past season and exciting future of Kent football. Kent FA's Harry Mark takes us along to the Disability Schools Festival at Ballerz. We go behind the scenes at the Kent FA Grassroots Awards 2024 to recognise and thank our grassroots heroes. The Kent FA safeguarding team talks us through the safeguarding requirements for open-age football to ensure your club is compliant. Kent FA's Rebecca Moore talks to the chair of Excel Academy, Stuart Grist. We enjoy magic moments from the adult DFDS Kent County Cup finals. And finally, our sponsor Kent Reliance take on Kent FA in the ever-popular Crossbar Challenge. Now in Kent, we are seeing more and more playing opportunities across the county, especially for those with additional needs, ensuring that our beautiful game truly is a sport for all. So we sent our very own Kent FA's Harry Mark over to the Disability Schools Festival at Ballerz. Let's go and check it out. And a quick heads up, this report does contain flashing imagery.
Hi there, I'm Harry Mark, the Inclusion Officer here at Kent FA, and today we're here for something very special. We're at Ballerz for Kent FA's first ever SEN Schools Festival. We are joined by 4 SEN schools across the county: Broomhill Bank West and North, Cornerstone and Rohill. Today they will be participating in a round-robin tournament to see who scores the most goals and who wins their games. We are trying to really bridge that gap between the educational side and the recreational side of disability football to really bring it together and get those kids participating as much as possible. I'm joined by Chris Campbell from the England Six Aside team. How important are days like today to give kids from SEN schools an opportunity like this?
I think it's really important. As you can see, everyone's having a great time, they're having loads of fun. And I think as well for the kids as well, it boosts their social interaction, it gives them a new experience where they're outdoors interacting with different people that they may not do on a daily basis. So I think, yeah, it can also boost their self-esteem as well. And where they're interacting with people from different schools, I think as well, it can lessen the feeling of isolation. So I think it does really well for them.
And that's a wrap at the Kent FA SEN Schools Festival. What a great day we've had, full of goals, participation, and all the teams having so much fun. Remember, if you want to get involved, please contact me on harry.mark@kentfa.com.
Wow, it looks like everybody was having a fantastic time and some real talent on show as well. If you would like to learn more about disability football in Kent, then do reach out to Harry Mark at harry.mark@thekentfa.com. Next up, I had the privilege of hosting the Kent FA Grassroots Workforce Awards at Priestfield Stadium. We had a wonderful time celebrating the inspirational people who keep our game flourishing in Kent. So come with us behind the scenes to celebrate the winners. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Kent FA Grassroots Workforce Awards for 2024. What an inspirational evening. Congratulations to everybody shortlisted and to our winners as well. Keep on being the inspiration that you are, and thank you for all that you do for Kent football. Next up, as the season has reached its conclusion, we thought it would be a really good chance to catch up with Kent FA CEO Darryl Haden to take a look back at the past campaign, but also to find out what the future holds for football in the county. Here's our conversation. Another season done and dusted. They seem to go by quicker and quicker each year. But firstly, what are your initial assessments of the campaign that's just been undertaken in Kent football?
Really positive. We've seen some huge growth in participation across the county. It's been a really successful last season.
And the strategy, the 2021-24 strategy, has just come to a conclusion. How do you assess the impact that that's had on Kent football?
I think it's been really, really positive. We've seen some huge growth in as I mentioned earlier, in the game. I think female participation is up 45%. That's fantastic for us. We've also seen an increase in our referee numbers. We've seen increase in investment into facilities across the county. So yeah, really, really positive.
Over £11 million has been invested into Kent football. Can you talk us through how that investment has been spread across the county and what that kind of investment has looked like?
Yeah, so right across the county, I think we've gone across pretty much all the districts in terms of getting investment in there. That's been from 3G projects to change room projects to grass pitches. And I think it's really been important that we've invested in the grass pitch. Everyone wants to play on a good pitch. And we've done a lot of work on that. We recognise that not all of the pitches in the county are great, but we've done a lot of work over the last 4 years to try and improve those, and we recognise we've got a lot more work to do in that area, but that's been a really positive area for us.
The numbers have been crunched at the end of the season and participation levels are increasing, which must be really pleasing and also reassuring when we look at how the game has kind of recovered after the COVID seasons. Yeah,
I mean, the growth in the game, you know, if we think about the start of the strategy in 21, we just come off the back of COVID. We weren't really sure whether participations would come back to where they were. We've surpassed that. The participation numbers are great. I've mentioned it already, but the female game, the growth in that has been huge off the back of the Lioness's success in 22. And we're also seeing growth in other formats of the game. So we're seeing a big growth in walking football. We're seeing a huge growth in vets or over 35 football, and also other formats of the game as well. So yeah, really good.
When we say the word participation, more often than not, of course, we think of the football playing side, but to be able to have those opportunities, we need a workforce, and the Kent FA does a lot to reward and recognise. How important is that for you as the CEO of the organisation to make sure that that workforce feels appreciated?
Yeah, really, really important. Without volunteers, the game wouldn't be where it is today. They are the lifeblood of the game, so it's important that we recognise those volunteers, we reward those volunteers, and we do a lot to try and support those volunteers in upskilling them, in developing them to be the best that they can be, and really support them in their kind of day-to-day activities in grassroots games. And yeah, really important for us. You know, we've got our workforce awards coming up at the end of the week, so that's really important. You know, and good for us to be able to recognise those that have made a real contribution to Kent football.
And of course, we quite literally couldn't have a game without referees. Perhaps one of the most challenging things, not just in Kent football, but across the country, is to attract referees and keep them. How's the last season been for Kent football?
Yeah, really positive. We've grown our number of referees. I think we're about 20% up. I think the challenge for us is not getting the referees in, it's actually retaining the referees and keeping them involved in the game. And you know, there's a lot of poor behaviour on the touchline, on the pitch, and understandably some referees feel, you know, that affects them and they walk away from the game. So we've done a lot of work to support those referees already in the system, to try and, you know, retain them and make them feel valued and part of the Kent family.
As one strategy draws to its conclusion, of course, a new one is about to start, a new 4-year cycle where the pillars are remaining the same. Is that because you feel there are still things that you want to enhance and improve, and I imagine some challenges that still remain? Yeah,
I think so. We looked at it when we kind of looked at the feedback that came back from our consultation on for this strategy. We felt that we still need to keep with those 3 pillars, and we want to grow the game. We've still got work to do in that area. We want to ensure that the game is for everyone. There's still work to do around poor behaviour. That's our biggest challenge. How do we tackle poor behaviour, not only on the pitch but off pitch behaviour? So there's some ideas we've got around that moving forward. And also we need to ensure that, you know, we continue to embed safeguarding across all that we do, that we develop our referees, grow our referee numbers. So yeah, it felt right to carry on with the same pillars.
You might have alluded to it in your last answer actually, but what kind of challenges do you foresee in the next kind of 4-year cycle of the Kent FA strategy?
Yeah, I think poor behaviour. I think that's a big challenge, not just for us in Kent, I think it's right across the country. I think, unfortunately, it's not just in football, it's across the board. Society seems to be a little bit more angrier. So I think we've got to address that, we've got to look at that, and we've got some ideas around how we're going to do that. I think the other thing is maintaining that growth. We've seen huge growth in the female game, so we need to support that as much as we can. We also want to kind of challenge the traditional adult male game that has been in decline slightly. It's kind of plattered off a little bit, but we need to kind of develop that and try and grow that, increase that number. So there are some big challenges ahead, but I think we're going to look forward to meeting them head on.
Oh, brilliant. Well, Darryl, thank you so much for your time. It's been brilliant to look back and also to take a look at what looks to be such an exciting future for Kent football.
Brilliant. Thanks, Charlotte.
Thank you so much, Darryl. It was really, really interesting to get that kind of insight and to take a look at what the future of Kent football will look like in the seasons to come. Moving on now, we all know that safeguarding is everybody's responsibility in this game, and of course it remains a key priority for the Kent FA moving forwards. Our safeguarding team have a message for you now ahead of the 2024-25 season. Here's the lowdown on the rules and regulations that apply to all open age football.
As we kick off season 24-25, let's keep everyone compliant and safe this season with the new safeguarding requirements in open age football. First of all, the player welfare course is a requirement for coaches, welfare officers and team medics. And secondly, if your team has a player or will be signing players aged 16 and 17, an FA DBS is again a requirement for coaches, welfare officers and team medics. For support with this, please reach out to safeguarding@kentfa.com or check out the link in the comments below.
Thank you, Safeguarding team. And if you would like to find out further information about safeguarding ahead of the new season, then go and visit the Kent FA website. That is www.kentfa.com. Up next, we sent our very own Rebecca Moore to the Excel Academy to meet Stuart Grist to find out about the positive impact women and girls football is having and their exciting plans for the local community.
We're here at Star Meadow Sports Complex with Stuart from Excel Academy to talk about all the good work they've got ongoing and stuff that's coming up. Can you tell us a little bit about Excel Football Academy?
Yeah, absolutely. So Excel Football started in the middle of the COVID pandemic. We wanted to try and do something a little bit different and be a female centre of excellence across Kent. We started the club at a time when a lot of the other local clubs were closing down their female football facilities, and there wasn't really many opportunities for girls to play football and have high class coaching. So we started the academy up, both at under 16 and under 14 level, and it's just grown since that time.
Football is a fantastic platform to do good in our communities. How have you seen this at your club?
Yeah, absolutely. Community is at the heart of everything we do. We want to be really connected with our local community. We work very closely in partnership with local councils, the police authority, and also mental health services. We know that a number of the girls are in the local area either suffer from poor mental health, and with the help of Kent Reliance, our sponsor, we've actually provided many of our coaches and parents with mental health first aider courses to be able to support those young ladies in the community. But also we've had a number of girls who have perhaps taken the wrong path in life and made some poor decisions, and that's led to antisocial or criminal behaviour. We had one young lady who was really in a poor spot, both with the path she chose and also her mental health. It led to her being sectioned for 4 to 5 weeks in an institution, and she was really, really struggling. With the help of the club and those supporting services, Kent Police and the Children's Services, we were able to give her a positive environment, something that meant that she could refocus her life. And now she's put herself in a really good position. She's got a full-time job where she's working, she's not had any criminal behaviour, no mental health breakdowns, and she's feeling really, really positive outside. And I think that's where football can really help within the community.
And finally, we know the club has recently announced some exciting news for its future. Do you want to tell us a little bit more?
Yeah, so the club looked at itself and said, what's missing? How do we drive forward? We were growing really, really quickly, and we knew that we needed better facilities. The facilities that we had at the time weren't fantastic, and so we decided to partner up and merge with CIFA to create CIFA Women. So still very much female focused as a football club, but it means we have access into facilities like the 3G surface behind me, classroom facilities, really first-class changing rooms, game analytics where we can sit the girls down in classroom environment, enable them to do some post-match learning about what they did within the game and what their unit was doing at a particular time, and just drive things forward further. So for us, it enables us as a club to take the next step forward to growth in the female game.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Cheers, thank you.
Excellent work there from everybody involved at the Excel Academy. And if you would like to follow up by finding out more about women and girls football in Kent, then contact Rebecca Moore. The email address you need is rebecca.moore@kentfa.com. Now, every season, the Kent FA hosts County Cup finals. We had 13 adult finals this season, kindly sponsored by our friends at DFDS. Not only do these County Cup finals produce special moments, memorable occasions, but also some pretty spectacular goals. Let's take a look.
Troy Howard. Dips one brilliantly. It's 2-1, and that's a wonderful strike from Troy Howard. Go. He does. Oh, what a goal it was from Ryan Palmer. 34 seconds on the clock. Fended well. And off goes James Dyer down the middle. James Dyer. We're into the last minute. James Dyer. He's surely won it now for Erith Town. Peter Armstrong to the penalty area. Real chance here. It's Alex Whittam that turns home the cross from Atlanta McLean. Chip over the top, it's a good ball from Bourne, and Smith makes it 2-1. Howard is going to take it. To the near post, no, it's got in. Gabby Howe. It's a smashing through ball. This is a really big chance. Kennedy, it's Tuck Brown, it's 1-1. Taken by Larkin. Over the wall, it dips, and it goes in. Sees it up. Chance here for Patterson. Oh, what a goal from Marlon Patterson. Lovely play. Kennedy pulls it back and Byford scores. It's a very well crafted goal for Deal Town Reserves. This is Underhill on the volley. Oh, that's a smashing goal for 3-0. Lauren Underhill again. Kick. Draycott takes it. And it's in, over the top of the goalkeeper, and Lily Draycott has pulled one back for Pettswood. Stokes does well, gets away from a marker, she shoots right into the top corner. It's a second goal for Annabelle Stokes. So Wanjo Smith back inside, gets it back. Wanjo Smith, oh, that's a wonderful goal. Val brings it down, lovely control, beats one, it's inside, beats two, this is Mo Fal, he's beaten 3 and 4, and he's found the back of the net. It's a sensational goal in stoppage time.
There were some absolutely cracking goals there. Congratulations to all of the teams that reached the Kent FA County Cup finals this season. It really is a magnificent achievement, and you should all be very, very proud. Moving on next to perhaps our favourite segment in the show, the ever-popular Crossbar Challenge. This time, though, as it's the final show of the season, we have a little twist. The team at the Kent FA have challenged our show sponsors, Kent Reliance, and we're going to find out if either of them can beat the score set by Herne Bay Ladies under 18s. 6 is the target. Do you think they can beat it? Let's find out.
Hi guys, we're here for another Crossbar Challenge. Today it's Kent Reliance v Kent FA. First of all, we're joined by Kent FA staff. They've got a minute on the clock to see how many times they can hit the bar. So, when you're ready, 3, 2, 1, go! Oh, go on! Ball boys, ball girls! A 0 out of 4 kicks. Good start. Some good finishes. You set, go on, get as many as you can in. Hey, 1! There's 1. That's good retrieval. Oh, 2. How long? You got 30 seconds. Come on, try and get a couple more. Set the bar. Oh, pitching wedge. Unlucky. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's 2 right at the death. So that's 4 for Kent FA staff. Let's see how Kent Reliance get on. Hi guys, we're here for another Crossbar challenge. Today we're here with Kent Reliance. They'll have a minute to hit the crossbar as much as they can. Let's see if they can beat the record that is 6. Right, 3, 2, 1. That's it, go, 1 already. And 1's gone already. Down to 3 balls, but a good start nonetheless. Right, you've had quarter to your time. You've had what? Oh, unlucky. Oh, tame. It's a good finish. Right, see. You've had half your time. Oh, there we go, 2. Good strike. 20 seconds left. Speed up a little bit if you can. Oh, close. There we go. That's 3, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh! I don't know. We got a celebration there. So again, 3 or 4. 3 or 4 because they're a partner of the Kent FA. If you think you can do better, please get in touch. And thank you very much to Kent Reliance for coming down.
Well, what a great effort from both the Kent Reliance and the Kent FA teams there, but it wasn't quite enough to beat the high score of 6 presented by the Herne Bay ladies under 18. So we will be in touch with Herne Bay to let them know all about their prize. That's just about all we have time for on this episode of the Kent Football Show. I would like to say a massive thank you to our generous sponsors, Kent Reliance, for all of their support. Thank you as well to our guests, not only in this episode, but throughout the series as a whole. And finally, thank you to you at home for watching. Your support means the world, and we are so excited to see what the next season has in store for us. The future of Kent football is looking really bright, so make sure that you like and subscribe so that when our latest episodes hit on YouTube, you are the first to know. See you in September. Goodbye.